Hey everyone, today we're going to dive into a topic that honestly is as important as locking your front door at night, cybersecurity. So what on earth is it and why is it suddenly such a huge deal? Just think about your day for a second. The very first thing you probably did was check your phone, right? Or maybe you did some online banking. The point is, pretty much everything we do now is plugged into this giant digital web. Our lives are just online now. And that, right there, leads to the big question. With all our stuff, from our private chats to our actual money, living in this digital space, how do we know it's all safe? Is it protected? To figure that out, we first have to talk about the threats. The stuff that's hiding in the shadows of the internet. This is exactly why we need some kind of guardian, a defender for our digital lives. See, when our world went digital, all the bad stuff went digital too. We're talking about hackers who are always trying to steal our information, super clever scams designed to trick you out of your cash, and nasty viruses built just to wreck things. And this isn't some far-off corporate problem. When there's a data leak, it's your personal info that gets exposed. When a bank gets attacked, it's your money that's on the line. This is a challenge that affects every single one of us. So that solution, our digital guardian, is what we call cybersecurity. Let's break down exactly what that word means. No jargon. Okay, so at its heart, cybersecurity is just the practice of defending all of our digital things, our computers, our phones, and all the precious data on them, from anyone or anything that's trying to attack, damage, or get in without permission. And you know what? If you boil it all the way down, it's this simple. When you hear cybersecurity, I just want you to think digital security. That's it. It's about keeping our online world safe, the same way we try to keep our physical world safe. Now, I know digital security can still sound a little abstract. So let's make it super concrete with a simple analogy. Think about it like security for your house. Just for a second, I want you to imagine that all of your important digital stuff, your photos, your bank info, your private messages, all of it lives inside a house. How would you go about protecting that house? Well, you wouldn't just use one lock on your front door, right? Good digital security works the same way. It uses layers. Your password? That's your front door lock. A firewall is kind of like a security camera, watching everything that tries to get in or out. An intrusion detection system, that's your alarm. It goes off if someone actually breaks in. And for your most valuable stuff, data encryption is like a steel safe. It scrambles everything, so even if a thief gets it, it's just gibberish to them. It's the same logic, just digital. Okay, so we get how these digital defenses work. But what are the actual valuables inside our digital house that all this stuff is designed to protect? It's protecting, basically everything that makes up modern life. On a personal level, it's your passwords, your photos, your private messages. It's guarding your financial info, like bank accounts and credit cards. But it gets bigger than that. It also protects whole businesses, super important government services, and literally all the apps and websites we use every single day. And this brings us to a really crucial point. This isn't just a topic for tech geeks anymore. It's a fundamental part of life for everybody, everywhere. So who is this really for? Is this just something that big corporations and IT experts need to worry about? The answer is so simple. Everyone. It starts with us, with individuals like you and me. Then it scales up to the companies and banks that hold all our data. And it goes all the way up to governments and hospitals that are protecting critical infrastructure. The bottom line is, if you use technology in any way, cybersecurity directly affects you. So why does this all matter so much? Well, there are kind of two sides to it. For us personally, the stakes are high. It's about protecting our privacy and stopping us from losing money. But for society as a whole, the goal is even bigger. It's what keeps our trust in the digital world alive, and it's what ensures that essential services, like banking and healthcare, can just keep running safely for all of us. And that really brings us to this one, powerful truth. In the world we live in today, good cybersecurity isn't a nice-to-have or an optional extra. It is absolutely essential. So I'll just leave you with this final thought. Now that you know what's at stake and you have an idea of how the defenses work, it's probably worth asking yourself, is my digital life as secure as it needs to be?